Walking on Water by Claire Saxby and illustrated by Sue O'Loughlin. Let's explore it together. The characters: Josie, Dad; Steve, Lena, Carlo. The setting: city, kiosk, two-car park, boat ramp, beach, swimming, home cove, to the water ski area. Chapter 1. Nearly there. There's a lake, Josie, Dad said. Only 10 more minutes now. Josie frowned and turned her head away. For the last 3 hours in the car, she'd been trying to forget that they were going water skiing. She kept trying to focus on seeing Lena again, but it was hard. Dad had so many stories about water skiing with Steve in the old days. Dad and Steve had worked together for 2 years before Dad moved to the city. It was years ago, but they had kept in touch. Steve and his 2 kids, Carlo and Lena, came to the city every year to visit. This was only the 2nd time in 15 years that they had visited Steve at the lake. As they pulled up to the lake, Josie looked out the window. The water was like glass, but Josie wasn't fooled. Not for a second. It might look as though you could walk on it, but you couldn't. Josie knew if she tried to water ski on this water, she'd sink straight into the slimy mud on the bottom. Like last time. Their boat was the first one on the lake. Steve had said that within an hour there could be as many as 20 boats, all dropping off and picking up skiers. This tiny stretch of beach looked too small for more than 1 or 2 boats. Don't they crash into each other? Josie asked. Not very often, said Steve. Everyone knows the rules. As long as they stick to them, everyone's safe. He listed a million rules, finishing with, but there's only one you really need to remember. If you fall and you're waiting for the boat to come back around, put one hand up in the air. Then everyone can see you and you'll be safe. Safe, thought Josie. It doesn't sound safe to me. Staying on shore, that's safe. She remembered last year, the only other time she had tried to water ski. The boat had stopped and started, circling around her. They had to bring the rope back to her every time she fell off, which was all the time. Finally, when even Lena had run out of helpful hints, Josie had done it. She'd managed to stand, wobbling, on those slippery bits of wood for 3 whole seconds. In the 4th second, she'd wobbled again and fallen. She had clung to the rope and been dragged along under the murky water. Slimy weeds brushed across her face and grabbed at her legs. By the time the rope was pulled from her hands, she'd swallowed enough water to fill a fishbowl. Then she'd vomited, and vomited, and vomited. They had to pack up and go home. Dad hadn't been skiing for years, and he didn't even get a go. Dad had been quiet all the way home, making Josie feel even worse. He still talked about it and made jokes, but Josie couldn't laugh. Dad had waited for so long, and she'd rigged it for him.